Yo, talk about bop energy. That
Thank
was
you.
fire. That
Thank
was
you.
fire. So you work with a good amount of producers and you do most of your top line, if not all.
Oh, I write all my lyrics. I write everything. I write my melodies, all my harmonies, everything. Um, and yeah, and sometimes I'll co-produce as well. With
Mhm.
them. Just to like hear because usually they'll give me like share with me what they have so far, and then I'll chop it up. So I'm like known for like taking it into Logic and just like chopping it up here and there. So, um, and then yeah, add instruments and stuff like that.
You know, that's a lot how Ye produces, like how Ye produces and collaborates and does his top line. So
Hmm.
Ye would have a shit ton of producers send him work, and he would go into his DAW and like just use what's best suitable, and then he would do what Ye usually does. So to see you and not only sounding already like one of the greats, but have like putting in practices
Yeah.
like one of the greats. I really fell in love with your artistry when I saw you at the hip hop lab, at the
Oh,
hip hop live. That performance that was fire. Ever since then, I was like, holy shit! Like that girl right there is a fucking star.
thank you. I appreciate that for real. I really appreciate that.
Only facts.
Really.
Only facts. So
Yeah.
who? I didn't know that your artist name was Shizuko.
Mhm.
Where
Mhm.
did this where did this come from?
So that's actually my name. So that's my middle name. And it actually comes from my grandma. So I'm Black and Japanese, and so my grandma's name is Chizuko, and so
Shizuko.
that got passed down to me, and it just means like child of a thousand storks. Um,
Oof.
and it also like kind of has that alternative meaning too for like gifted child.
Yeah.
Um, and so I just like, but it was always a name that like I didn't bring up just because I always kind of felt like it was more of like the back burner, because
Okay.
like Caritha was like, okay, cool, like that's Caritha, easy. And plus like it's more of like what I look like, I guess. But with Chizuko, I never like brought it to the forefront, so I was like, you know what, like this is time. I'm like, this is time to come forward, and so I was like, I'm gonna make it my artist name, and it has a lot of meaning. So that's like kind of the backstory of my name.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I didn't know that. So
Yeah, yeah.
what what was it or that inspired you to embody it as a sense of identity?
Um, I think like what it stood for, but also I guess like I also wanted a name that when people looked on iTunes, and this is just me being my business mind, because I'm like I gotta be real with myself, and I gotta be like, okay, what's like gonna be a name that like people are gonna look and like try to pronounce, or like try to understand, or try like something that'll like kind of get their attention. And I was like, Chizuko is kind of that'd be cool, and it's still my name, and also to it's like when they see me, they're not gonna expect it, which is what I like as well.
Honestly,
Like
I feel you.
yeah, so
Yeah.
it's the technique thing for me, which is why I chose it. And yeah, and also too, I got a lot of rags on my name. Like a lot of people telling me about like how my first name sounds. And not that I care nothing. I think my first name is beautiful. I'll always love Karitha, for sure. But she probably will come out a little later. I might make a song
A little
about her.
bit of Sasha Fierce.
Yeah, I might make a song about her. And bring her out.
Yeah.
Vibe with that heavy. Vibe with that heavy. So who are you listening to nowadays? Because like I'm trying to put you in a pool with other female vocalists, and I'm having a little bit of a hard time, to be real.
Yeah. I listen to a lot of things. I'm always listening to a lot of things. Nowadays though, hmm,
Or a better question, who do
yeah.
you feel like inspires your messages, your vocal melodies,
Okay.
your riffs, your ad libs?
Um, so a lot of it does has to come from the fact that I'm from the West Coast and I'm
Okay.
also from the Bay Area. So like where I'm from there's a lot of bass and a lot of like gifted people, but also a lot of like R&B influence there. So I grew up naturally around a lot of like um, Motown. That was like a big thing, but like specifically from the West Coast,
Oof.
like the Whispers are from Oakland, you know. So I
Yeah.
grew up listening to a lot of that. So that influences my sound, a lot of old school Motown, but also kind of new school R&B and hip hop. So um, Kendrick Lamar is a big one for me. Janae Aiko is a huge one for me. Um, yeah, I listen to Janae a lot.
Okay, I get that.
I actually
I
was
get
gonna
that.
mention. I was gonna mention
Yeah,
her. I actually felt like not trying to like sound weird or anything, but I could actually like feel that kind of vibe.
cool.
Yeah,
That's a great compliment to me.
I literally was gonna say that. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, she's I've looked up to her since I was like 14. And I still listen to her to this day. So she's definitely like a really big inspiration to me as a entire person because she really inspires me to be like the freest version of myself. And I
Oof.
think not a lot of artists, you know, are kind of on that wave right now. You know, not dissing nobody though. Everybody's beautiful, you know. But I
I mean,
Plus the people she works with too. I mean Kendrick, Childish Gambino. You know the list is
J. Cole.
Yeah,
J Cole. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
I was about to say somebody better not forget that, Jay.
Yeah.
Please,
No, of course
please.
not. Of course not. I love J Cole. Always will. Always have.
So when you say inspire you to be your free self, like what does that look like? And are we hearing it in the music yet?
So that's where I'm getting to. I'm working on a lot of new records right now, which is like kind of what I've been doing a lot this summer, but also
Okay.
like just this past couple of months. That are really testing my lyricism, and I'm gonna start releasing things that are a little bit more personal and kind of go more into um, different realms of my mind as well. Because I think for me, you know, I played with my sound a lot and I had a lot of fun and I'm happy that I did. And you know I can make the bop and I know I can make the, you know, but I'm also excited to show more of me, you know, and
Okay.
show more of my mind and, you know, like what I think cuz I'm also very spiritual. And so um I'm excited to incorporate and to like show you guys too about like what I've been working on behind the scenes that involve that as well. So yeah, it's lit. I'm really excited about it.
Why do you feel like the more free yourself or the more vulnerable side of you wouldn't be the bop?
Oh, it
Because
is. It,
I was about to say, because I'm listening to your language and I'm like, hold up, let's check something here. You're like, because I know I can make the bop, and then like I also want to make more like free yourself, and I'm like, wait, huh?
hmm
Is there's something?
Well, you know, well, let me just say what I mean by that. So I work with a lot of I'm gonna just say like industry people,
Okay.
and I've been told a lot about what type of music I should make
Mm-hmm.
or what style I should be in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about people that I've worked with big names, you know, like Cardi and Drake and like, you know, people that they're my homies now
Mm-hmm.
ish. I like to keep my relationships kind of, you know, low key because I'm not trying to mess with nobody like too much, you know, outside. But I got told a
Mm-hmm.
lot that overall that like my sound almost like wasn't enough. Like I needed to kind of make like like hits that people will want to listen to like on the radio. Like I was always told like an equation on how to make it. And so, you know, it took me a minute actually to like really come to terms and like accept myself more as like who I am, and I think get more comfortable in my skin as well, just of like it's okay to be R&B, but it's also okay to like if you want to be like emo bitch, like sorry, am I allowed to cuss? I feel like I'm like
You
cussing.
are allowed to curse. I
I'm
love that shit.
on right now. Um, but for real, I think as a woman too, I was always told which way to go, and so I'm like recently really been like what you saying, you know, who you are and the freest version of yourself is about, you know, you have to really push past like what people tell you. And so, you know, I'm working on it every day, honestly, because I'm very sensitive. I'm very sensitive and empathic as well. So I feel what people feel about me. So I think definitely really breaking past that barrier is something I've been doing. So, you know, growth. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome, awesome.
Do you
Let's go
think?
into yeah.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
know,
say, do you think like the last what 9 months that we've been in like quarantine or isolation, like how do you feel like that's helped you a lot? You know, kind of being away from things that you normally did, or people that you normally kind of talk with quite often. Um, do you think it helped in your kind of personal growth and how
Mhm.
you were?
It really did. It really did. I think because I also got to spend a lot more time with myself and do the things I wanted to do. But I also didn't have to see like the industry people I was working with as often. And so I really got to kind of dive deeper into what kind of artist I really want to be and what kind of music I want to make. Because I've always had a clear vision as to like the sounds that I like, but more so like being that artist that's kind of separate from everyone else. It's really allowed me to like, you know, go deeper and play more, experiment, you know, try weird shit just cause I can, you know.
Mm,
um,
mm.
but I think that that's like everything. So yeah, I would definitely say that COVID, which I mean, she definitely has to go, but being in, she has to go. But being in quarantine has helped a lot.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, to find out how everything returns once we're back to the sort of normal that we remembered from before all of this happened.
Hmm.
I think, I mean, going off of your point about like being told how to create your music
Oh yeah.
and what sells or what people like.
Hmm.
Obviously, like everyone kind of has those things in the back of their heads as creators, even when they're like really staunchly against going, with someone else's wishes or their like what they told you to do. um, but I guess like now that we've had some time in isolation, and now eventually it's going to come back around, and we're going to be able to like see all the different things that people kind of took from this time and built it into themselves.
Hmm.
um, I have to think like how do you feel like you will be able to bring a new perspective to like everything that you were doing before, because experimenting is really good, but then obviously you still want to like get some results, right?
Oh
as,
yeah.
as an artist.
Hmm.
So there's a balance that you want to strike between those two things.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be really interesting to see um, how everyone does it, and I'm curious to know what you feel about that.
Yeah. So that was great, by the way. Got me thinking a lot. I guess like the new perspective I would bring is I definitely still want to take some quarantine ways almost into after quarantine, if that makes sense. Like I still want to take the things that I'm doing, like more self love, you know, more building new music, more creating and doing things like for me, even though I'm not in quarantine. And I think like when that stage is past, I still want to bring some of those ways after. And so that would be like a new perspective of looking at life in general. Spending more time with my family is a big one for me as well, because I'm a big family person, and I I call my mom every day, and so I think it's definitely gonna have, I think, everybody appreciating their life a lot more and understanding how fragile it is, and how it's not certain at all, because everybody's dying very quick, very, very, very quick, and it's very left and right. And so you, after everything is, I guess, gone and past, we still have to remember and hold those values. And as far as like music goes, that's a whole album and like a whole EP, like
What would it be
that whole
titled?
process. And that is, I guess that's a little sneak peek too of what I got coming. So.
Oh, okay.
Exciting.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
What would that EP be titled if you could pull a name for it right now? What would you name it?
Ego Trip.
Ooh, okay.
Ego Trip. One of my songs that I'm working on right now is called Ego Trip, and another, so that I have a single for that EP that I already finished. So I'm working on like the sectioning. But yeah, Ego Trip's my baby. Yeah. And that has a lot, those words have a lot of meaning for me. So.
What do they? I want to. Okay. I'm trying to go to your next song, but like,
I wanna hear it now.
You keep dropping like
please,
these.
Please.
Oh, I know.
Like,
give us the tease.
we will come back because I want to know what those words mean.
Yeah.
Same.
Here's Time Flies.
Yay. Love it.
Oh, I know this one. This is a bop right here.
Time flies when you living fast, and moments just slip to the past. It's crazy how the first turns to the last. Started from the ground, now we in the bag. 10 toes down in our G-Wagon. Never switched up unless you file playing. Staying true to the words that I'm saying. Baby, no repeating what I'm stating, cause you pick my soul, that should never roll. I've been on the move, I've been laying low. You already know that I've been on my grind, never fell behind. Running to the rise, always staying ahead of time. You already know.
Yeah,
I gotta let it flow.
I gotta let it, ayy. Look, time flies, but it ain't fly to me, ayy. You find time, that's a valuable thing. I'm on my way to find whatever's waiting for me. I know that God gave me purpose, I can feel it on me. I'm a real risk taker, motivator, innovator. Don't fall, I ain't flimsy, but I am into paper. Put food on my plate, I guess that I'm a waiter. Make moves, carry weight like I'm the Terminator. They think that I move fast, but I'm a demonstrator. I don't talk a lot, just show the product like a player. Born into the game, I do not need a handout. When I pull up to the crib, the little homies fan out.
Flies when you living fast. Moments just slip to the past. It's crazy how the first turns to the last. Started from the ground, now we in the bag. 10 toes down in our G-Wagon. Never switched up unless you foul play. I've been focused on my own self, so elated. Got me working overtime, easy losing track of time. But sometimes I just feel low, reminiscing times where I had to go through all of the hardships and lessons alone. I've been on my own wave, staying afloat. Oh, it's so crazy that I did that with no excuse, and that's a fact. Forget about my worst days if I'm steady getting paid. Cause you pick my soul, that should never roll. I've been on the move, I've been laying low. You already know that I've been on my grind, never fell behind. Running to the rise, always staying ahead of time. You already know, I gotta let it flow. Pray it up, yeah, pray it up. Protected. Time flies. Oh, time flies. Oh, yes, it does. Time less.